Friend, take a breath and listen with care. This message has been rewritten more than once before reaching you. Do not brush it aside. Through every delay, every obstacle, every unseen barrier, this reflection has still found its way into your hands. If you are watching right now, treat this moment with intention. The stars have not arranged your fate, yet your purpose may still be calling. This could be the reminder that helps you see things differently. You may be standing on the edge of an important change. Every quiet prayer you have spoken, every hope you thought was still far away, everything may be moving from waiting toward possibility. But understand this clearly. This is not about fantasy or pressure. It is a moment for reflection, a spiritual pause that may speak personally to you, the chosen one. Now you are invited to respond. Sit with this message. Welcome the growth rising within your heart, because after honest change, there is rarely a full return to who you were before. Your life can begin to move toward the reality you are meant to live, but only if you are willing to receive it with honesty. Before we go further, stop. Pause this video and do these 3 things right now. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers, and comment the number 99. That number can simply be a shared sign, a small symbol of focus and intention, marking this reflection and helping carry it to others. Chosen one, if your spirit feels open, you may stay with me until the end. If this message does not resonate, then this video may not be for you. This is your moment. This is your final note. And once you hear it, your perspective may not remain the same. Get ready now. This is what God may want you to consider. This message was never meant to feel ordinary. In truth, it was never meant to reach you in a routine way. According to faith and reflection, this is a final reminder from above, a sacred message that seemed delayed 3 separate times by life, distraction, and resistance. But it could not remain buried. Something meaningful, something timely, still asked to be heard. And now, against difficulty, it has reached you. This is not merely coincidence. This may be purpose. We live in a deeply spiritual age where many feel the distance between heaven and earth in new ways. Doubt has worked tirelessly to mute this reflection. But no obstacle can fully silence what God allows to endure. The interference, the setbacks, the delays, they can all remind us that some messages carry real personal weight. The chosen ones were meant to hear it, and the timing matters. This is not a story. This is not hype. This is a sincere spiritual reflection for those who have recently felt a stirring in their souls. Hearing it now may mean you are not simply part of the noise. You are part of the called, the seeking. You did not arrive here without reason. You were drawn. God has been patient. He has watched. He has waited, preparing those he loves. But now the invitation feels clear. The heavens may be speaking louder than before. This is a serious moment, and the Spirit may be moving quickly. Everything that needed attention may now be coming into view. The time has come. Perhaps you have felt restless lately, an inner pull that you could not explain. That may not have been imagination. It may have been the Spirit of God knocking at the door of your purpose, saying, "Now, not later." This urgency in your heart does not have to be fear. It can be awakening. The delay may be ending. The time for only preparing may be giving way to action, awareness, and arrival. This is more than a passing mood. This can be a meaningful pivot. God may be accelerating perspective for the sake of His chosen ones. What once seemed far away may begin to move sooner than expected. Doors may open, paths may clear. Connections may grow because the right time is not always distant for the chosen ones. Sometimes it is already here. Pay attention. This is not rehearsal. God offers warning not to create fear, but to awaken your faith. If you have felt that something significant is near, you are not alone. A shift may come before the month ends. You are invited to be spiritually prepared. Those who stay disconnected may miss it. They may see a changing world and call it random, but you, the awakened, may sense it deeply. This reminder is not alarmism. It is a call to remember that your preparation season may be ending and your assignment may be beginning. With it can come a fresh release. Prophecy is not always comfortable. Sometimes it challenges illusions, stagnation, and the lies that kept you small. This may be heaven shaking the ground beneath familiar patterns to reveal who was truly listening. This is your moment to rise, respond, and step more fully into who you were created to be. A meaningful turning point may arrive before the end of this month, not by human planning, but through quiet providence. It may not be televised or explained by science, yet it may still be felt personally and spiritually around the world. It may look like disruption or uncertainty, but for the chosen ones, it can bring clarity. Expect the unusual. Expect interruptions to routines, surprising turns in nature, sudden realizations. These things are not always meaningless. They can become reminders that life is opening new questions. Heaven may be opening doors that felt closed for generations. Paths of favor, of wisdom, of purpose may be unlocking. You may feel it first in your spirit before your eyes can name it. Do not wait for outside approval alone. Listen also for the confirmation within your conscience. If you ever asked for a sign, let this be a moment to pay attention. This is the kind of spiritual shaking that can realign purpose and draw the chosen out from hiding. The signs may already be here, though hidden from those without spiritual sensitivity. The world may call them glitches, errors, natural disasters, but you may read them instead as invitations to reflect. Your spirit may notice what the surface cannot. Look deeper. Patterns shift. Time can feel faster. People sense something is off, but cannot explain why. This can be part of a larger human and spiritual awakening. God may be disturbing comfort to prepare His people for growth. These signs are not promise of doom. They are invitations to awareness. You are not strange for feeling disconnected lately. You may simply be adjusting to a new level of awareness. What confuses others may help confirm your calling. What is hidden from many may be becoming clearer to you. Systems may falter. Signals may fail. These things are not always moral messages. Yet, they can still awaken reflection. As heaven and heart align, earth may feel it in ordinary and technological ways. Everything in life is connected in some measure. And when people sense God moving, even daily systems can feel less stable. This is part of the deep synchronization of time, space, and spirit. Human technology is limited, and life can still be shaken when the Creator's purposes deepen in a person's heart. You may see strange reports, static, disruptions, systems under strain. Do not be afraid. Let them remind you that certainty has limits and that perspective matters. This is one way people wake up when they have been numb too long. Watch the skies. Feel the shift. Stay alert. Heaven may no longer feel silent. The spiritual realm can seem full of movement, activity, quiet orchestration. Angels may be near in ways we cannot measure. New doors may be reopening. Your name may be held in prayer in heavenly places. For years, you may have felt like your prayers went nowhere. That silence was not necessarily rejection. It may have been formation. Heaven may have been building behind the scenes. And now, the outline is becoming visible. Much may be aligning. The alignment is not only symbolic, it can be personal. Relationships, finances, emotions, assignments, all being sorted to fit a larger design. This is not a random season. It may be God-ordained. Heaven may be moving, and you may be moving with it. You were not abandoned. You may have been in training. The isolation was not always punishment. It may have been preparation. God may have drawn you from the noise so you could hear more clearly. Now, the reconnection begins. Those long nights, unanswered prayers, painful separations. They may have been refining you for something greater than comfort. Calling, and now what felt like loss may be revealed as set up for growth. As spiritual reconnection begins, you may clearly see the difference between who belongs in your future and who was only part of your development. Your soul tribe may be drawing near. Your spiritual radar may be waking up. The loneliness can end. Genuine connection can begin. Let us make this clear. This is not the end of the world. It is not the rapture, but it may be a spiritual separation, a lifting, a distinction. The chosen ones are being elevated, not removed. You will still walk among people, still work, speak, live, but your spirit may carry greater peace and authority. This is not escape, it is empowerment. The shift may become clear enough that others ask what changed. Yet only you may know you are not being taken away. You are being raised up. It is time to walk more boldly in your calling. Heaven may be placing responsibility on shoulders that carried weight in secret. The elevation is spiritual first, then practical. Rise accordingly. Heaven may be moving to strengthen those overlooked, underestimated, forgotten by the world. If you have ever felt invisible despite your faithfulness, this next wave may be for you. For years, you poured out your heart in private, served when no one watched, sacrificed when no one applauded. Now, heaven remembers. God has not forgotten your private obedience, and now He may be preparing to honor it publicly. This release may not come through the channels you expected, not through politics or popularity or performance. It may come through God's hand alone, lifting His chosen from the shadows toward purpose. Expect surprising recognition, unexpected favor, fresh momentum. God may be repositioning people quickly. You may go from waiting quietly to being called forward without much explanation. Why? Because you were faithful without immediate reward. Because you endured. God may be turning His light toward you. You are being lifted. He chooses the humble over the haughty, the sincere over the popular, the faithful over the flashy. If you ever wondered whether your tears mattered, whether your loyalty was seen, let this be your reassurance. The favor moving toward you is not meaningless. It can be response. God's eyes were upon you the entire time. Now, what you waited for may begin to arrive with force. The spiritual life is not only about feelings, it can also involve stewardship. In this next move of God, resources, influence, and responsibility may be released not for display, but for impact. This is not abundance for show. It is provision for purpose. God may be placing opportunity in the hands of those who will carry it with integrity. If you have been in a season of lack, simply trying to get by, stay open because new provision may be ahead, not through manipulation, not through greed, but through wise opportunities and timely strategy. New ideas may come to you. Unusual doors may open before you. Why? Because God may be equipping His chosen. He may be placing provision in the hands of those who will multiply it for good. With resources comes something greater, responsibility. Heaven may be granting spiritual courage to lead, to speak, to build. You may no longer need to remain inside systems that kept you bound. You may be given keys to influence in business, in media, in education, in ministry. Where others bowed to fear, you may rise in faith. You may be authorized by heaven itself to help shape culture and carry truth. This is not the season to be spiritually distracted or half awake. It is time to tune your spirit, sharpen your discernment, and stay alert, because the call may come quietly, and you may not have long to respond once it does. Your preparation can begin now. This is your divine activation window. Think of the parable of the 10 virgins. Only those with oil in their lamps were ready when the bridegroom arrived. God says, keep your oil ready, meaning keep your heart, keep your life, keep your spirit ready. Stay in prayer. Walk in holiness. Refuse to be entangled in sin or complacency. Do not miss the signal, because you were spiritually asleep. What is coming may be too meaningful, too sacred, and it may already be in motion. Readiness is not about fear. It is about alignment. It is about living in such a way that when God calls your name, you can say yes without hesitation. Keep your soul clean. Keep your mind clear. Keep your spirit engaged. The divine call does not always send a calendar invite. It may come in a whisper, a moment, an opening, and you must be ready to walk through it. Confusion has had its season. Doubt has had its say, but clarity may be breaking through like sunlight after a long storm. The fog may be lifting. The chosen ones may begin to see themselves more truthfully. Where indecision once lived, now may come divine insight. Where delay ruled, now may come clarity and action. This is the rise not of the proud, but of the awakened. You may begin to understand why certain people left, why some doors closed, why some paths made no sense before. God may be giving His chosen, clearer spiritual vision. You may no longer need to guess so often. You may know. You may no longer chase. You may be guided. This is not just wisdom. It can feel like divine insight and heavenly guidance. And as clarity grows, connection may follow. Strategic people may enter your life. Meaningful alliances. People who hold keys to your next level. No more forcing relationships that drain you. No more shrinking inside spaces that reduce you. God may be connecting His chosen like puzzle pieces, and as you unite, you may rise together faster than you could have risen alone. We stand near a meaningful turning point. Before this month ends, there may be a shift so strong your inner sense of time feels changed. Everything you thought would take years, the promises, the plans, the purpose may begin to unfold more quickly. This may be a season of divine acceleration. God may be compressing time for His chosen. You may have spent years waiting, preparing, perhaps even feeling stuck, but now heaven may be pressing fast forward. What felt like delay may actually have been development. You were being prepared for this exact moment, when acceleration would require deep roots and steady hands. But remember this, when the shift begins, do not freeze. Move in obedience. Act on the promptings. Follow the divine instructions. Speed and surrender must go hand in hand. God is not merely changing your pace. He may be changing your position. Before the end of this month, the doors that once shut you out may begin to open. The divine may overtake the delay, and you may move swiftly, boldly, with grace. The time for second-guessing may be ending. The time for hiding, shrinking, and waiting for someone else's approval may be done. Heaven has summoned you not casually, not politely, but clearly and with purpose. You have been called, chosen, and now commissioned. This is your spiritual launch point. You may feel unready. You may seem unqualified by human standards. But God does not choose by appearance. He chooses by the purity of the heart, by resilience of the soul, and the willingness to say yes. And you have said yes despite your tears, your fears, your doubts. That yes may soon bear fruit. Now is the time to walk in strength, to speak with calm authority, to love without fear, to build without compromise. God did not summon you merely to watch. He summoned you to transform atmospheres. Wherever you go, His presence may go with you. This is your moment, your mantle, your mission. Do not shrink. Do not hesitate. Step into the fullness of your growth. Because the world has not yet seen what a fully awakened, chosen one can become. There are seasons in history when heaven opens its storehouses, not merely to give, but to restore. This may be one of those moments. What has been held for you, blessings, opportunities, favor, justice, may now be released in divine timing. The storehouse of heaven is not empty, it is full. And the appointed hour of release may be near for the faithful. Every tear you shed in secret, every act of obedience no one saw, every burden you carried in silence, heaven recorded it all. God is not unjust to forget your labor of love. While the world overlooked you, the heavens may have prepared a storehouse in your name. And now the key may be turning, the door may be opening. What is coming is not random. It may be a timely response to a faithfully sown life. This is not only about material provision. It is about divine justice, about heaven honoring those who walked in sincerity, while the world chased pride. The storehouses may hold healing for your body, peace for your mind, restoration for your soul, and provision for your purpose. You are not entering a season of scraps. You may be stepping into a season of meaningful abundance. Let this be your sign. You do not need to beg for what may already be assigned to you. The delay was not denial. It was alignment. And now that the time may be right, heaven's storehouses may be opening. Prepare your heart, prepare your spirit, because what is about to be released may carry your name. God never asks for obedience without purpose. What you did in secret, the prayers, the fasts, the sacrifices were not wasted. While others sought applause, you sought alignment. And now the season may be shifting. What was hidden obedience may become visible favor. You did not compromise when compromise seemed easier. You stayed true to the path God laid before you even when it cost you friends, finances, opportunities. But God is a just rewarder. He may be about to elevate you in such a way that others ask, "How did that happen?" And your answer may be simple: obedience. This is not about vanity or show. It is about God honoring His name through your life. You are a living testimony that His word is true, that integrity still matters, that faithfulness can be honored. The promotion coming is not only a blessing for you, it is also a message to the world. Obedience opens doors no one can shut. Be prepared when attention finds you. Do not point to yourself. Point to the one who saw your obedience when no one else did. This may be the season where God works through the ones who never asked for a platform. You are being honored, not for performance, but for posture, a posture of surrender and steady trust. Too long has wealth been concentrated in harmful hands, used for selfish agendas and oppressive systems. But perhaps a shift is beginning. God may now be guiding a more purposeful transfer of resources, not just finances, but influence and platforms, into the hands of the faithful. This change is not about greed. It is about kingdom purpose. The chosen ones may be entrusted with resources, not for luxury, but for legacy. God may be equipping His people to build schools, feed communities, fund ministries, reshape systems from the inside out. This rebalancing may be real and deeply meaningful. You may start to see ideas that once felt small turn into life-changing solutions. Doors you did not even knock on may open to financial favor. Systems may shift. Influence may change hands. Why? Because God is not indifferent when His people struggle, while corruption thrives. The righteous are rising, and with them opportunities may be shifting. Do not be surprised when support arrives, when an investor appears, when land becomes available. This is not luck. It may be providence. What has been stored up may now be released to those who will use it to build, heal, and lift others. The season of being overlooked may be ending. Heaven may be announcing a visible promotion for those who were faithful in private. Status is not always handed to the loudest voice. Sometimes it is given to the purest heart. Those who never chased recognition may soon walk in broader visibility. Not for ego, but for influence. You have been underestimated, dismissed, mocked, and missed. But the same ones who discounted you may witness God raise you up in plain sight. This is not only a rise in popularity. It can be a rise in spiritual authority and cultural impact. Your voice may matter in rooms you once could not enter. Your name may carry weight where it was once forgotten. Honor may come to your name not because of performance, but because of consistency. People may ask you to speak, lead, consult, build, not because you are flashy, but because you carry something money cannot buy. Anointing, character, divine strategy. As you rise, stay grounded. This elevation is not a reward for perfection. It is recognition of purpose. God is raising you not to fit in, but to shift the atmosphere wherever you go. You are rising to represent His name with power, wisdom, and quiet grace. Favor is not luck. It is divine endorsement. And right now, God may be placing a covering of favor around His chosen that may confuse the natural mind. This favor may not make sense to others. It may appear unfair. It may defy logic, but it can still be real to the one receiving it. Where others are denied, you may be welcomed in. Where others are blocked, you may find an opening. Expect to be chosen even when you are not the most qualified. Expect access when your resume does not seem enough. Expect spaces that once rejected you to open. This is divine favor at work. A quiet force that surrounds you, protects you, and advances you beyond human striving. This favor may help restore what was lost in the years you were overlooked. It may open doors you could not even locate. It may place your name before decision-makers who have never met you, because God is establishing His chosen, not through manipulation, but through remarkable favor. You no longer need to fight for attention. You no longer need to beg for recognition. The favor of God may do what constant hustle could not. It may find you, lift you, and sustain you not just for a season, but across your calling. Favor may become your new covering. You were never meant to follow forever. That stirring of holy unrest in your soul. It may be the call of leadership awakening in you. God may be activating anointings for influence, wise decision-making, and service in His chosen. It is time to step out from the crowd and lead. This does not mean controlling people. It means serving with vision, excellence, integrity. The anointing of leadership is not about titles. It is about impact. You may naturally find yourself giving direction where others are frozen, carrying wisdom where others are confused. That is not only you. That may be the Spirit of God working through you. God is raising leaders who will not bend to culture, who will not compromise truth. Leaders who carry conviction in their hearts and strategy in their hands. You are being equipped with divine insight for such a time as this. Every experience, every delay, every lesson, it was preparing the leader in you. You may no longer need to force authority. It may begin to rest on you. People may start to follow your lead, ask for your counsel, respect your word, because God may be placing the mantle of leadership upon you. It is time to stop second-guessing and start leading. The kingdom needs your voice. Have you ever wondered whether your story mattered beyond your circle? God may now be moving behind the scenes, whispering your name in the halls of influence in places where decisions that shape nations, industries, and communities are made. You may not yet see it, but influential people and divine helpers may be being stirred to recognize your value. This is not necessarily coincidence. It may be quiet orchestration, your faithfulness, your prayers, your perseverance. These can become signals reaching the ears of those who can open doors you have only dreamed about. Even if you feel unnoticed today, know that your name may be circulating in rooms you are not physically in yet. This kind of spiritual networking feels real and profound. Your future connections may arrive with ease, not constant struggle. What once seemed impossible or unlikely may begin to appear as divine appointments. Be ready to walk through doors you never knocked on, to sit at tables where your voice carries weight. God may be aligning your path with people who can help accelerate your purpose. But remember, with every whispered name comes responsibility. Your integrity and humility must remain intact. The power behind the whisper is calling you to rise, yes, but also to serve with grace. You are being prepared to lead, influence, and bless others through the connections God may be about to unlock. Every delay you faced was never meant only to discourage you, but also to refine you. Like gold in the fire, your faith, character, and spirit have been shaped through seasons of waiting. The loneliness, the setbacks, the unanswered prayers, all part of a divine process preparing you for a fuller harvest. Now, the refining may be ending, and the overflow may be coming. Imagine a river swelling beyond its banks, bringing life to dry land. That kind of abundance may be coming into your life. Your hard work, your patience, your faith may be rewarded with blessings so full they spill into every area of your existence. This overflow is not just financial. It can be peace that surpasses understanding. It can be joy that rises from a place deeper than circumstance. It can be divine favor that protects and guides you. This abundance can touch your relationships, health, purpose, destiny. So hold on. The delay was not denial. It was preparation. The overflow may not simply meet your needs. It may position you as a channel of blessing to others. You may be entering a season where multiplication replaces lack, where God's generosity becomes part of your testimony. Expect the unexpected and welcome the miracles that seem to arrive from nowhere. Doors long closed may now swing open with surprising ease. God may be about to show His power in ways that leave little doubt. He is behind your rise. Financial breakthroughs may be on the horizon. Months or years of scarcity may be replaced by provision you cannot fully explain. Bills may be paid. Debts may ease. Opportunities to increase income may arrive without constant strain. Your resources may grow so you can invest in your purpose and bless others. But this season is not only about money and miracles. It is also about restoration, broken relationships, family ties, friendships lost to time or conflict. God is in the business of mending hearts. He may be preparing to bring reconciliation and peace where there has been pain and division. You may witness the healing power of God in your personal life. This miracle season can be holistic, spirit, soul, and body. It may become a divine reset designed to move you forward with renewed strength, restored joy, and unexpected favor. Stay expectant. Your testimony may be about to open a powerful new chapter. A shift may be happening. Spiritual momentum may be carrying you forward with less strain and more flow. This is what it can mean to enter a season of easier acceleration. Doors may open. Connections may come more naturally. Progress may speed up as heaven begins to work on your behalf. This does not mean you will never put in effort. But what used to feel like uphill battles may begin to feel like smoother roads. You may notice obstacles dissolve sooner. Opportunities multiply faster. Your energy renews with every step. This is the spiritual picture of moving with the wind at your back. Why? Because God may be clearing distractions, reducing resistance, aligning things in your favor. You are not merely catching breaks. You may be stepping into divine acceleration where your growth multiplies more quickly. What took years before may now happen in months or weeks. Use this season wisely. Stay aligned with God's purpose. Keep your heart pure. Stay open to His guidance. Effortless acceleration is a gift, but it still asks for your cooperation. The race ahead may be shorter, faster, brighter. Run with all your heart because your season of forward movement may have arrived. A powerful story is being rewritten right now. Your story, the rejection you endured, the doors slammed in your face, the dreams dismissed by others. They are not the final chapters. God may be orchestrating a divine reversal, turning every no into a stronger yes, every closed door into an open gateway. Let this truth anchor you. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert. Isaiah 43:19. Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3:20. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be open to you. Matthew 7:7. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. These words are not only ancient texts. They can be anchors for the present. They can be the foundation for what may be happening in you and around you. The divine may be touching your timeline. The appointed hour may be near. If you hear this call, lean in. If you feel this stirring, respond. If you sense this shift, move. Your affirmation, your yes, your alignment still matter. This is your invitation. This is your awakening. This is your breakthrough. Now, go and step into your elevation. Embrace your identity as the chosen one. Walk in your purpose. Transform atmospheres. Let heaven's strategy unfold through you. The world is waiting for what a fully awakened you can bring. Prepare, position, propel. The hour has come.